Have you ever stood in the grocery store looking at all the different kinds of pork and wondered what the big deal is? Or maybe you've seen wild boar on a fancy restaurant menu and thought, is it really that different from the pork chops I make at home? Well, today we're diving deep into the world of pork to settle the score. Wild pork versus farm-raised pork. We'll cover everything from taste and health to the cost of getting it onto your plate. First, let's talk about where these animals come from. Farm-raised pigs, the kind you find in most supermarkets, are domesticated. They live in controlled environments, either in barns or on pasture, and are fed a specific diet, usually based on corn and soy, to help them grow quickly and develop that tender, fatty meat we're all familiar with. Think of them as the predictable, consistent choice. On the other hand, wild boars are, well, wild. They roam free in forests and fields, foraging for their own food. Their diet is incredibly varied: acorns, roots, nuts, fruits, small animals, you name it. This active, free-range lifestyle means they're much leaner than their farm-raised cousins. Their muscles are more developed from all that running around, and they don't have the same thick layer of fat. So, right away, we have two very different animals living two very different lives. Now for the big question: which one tastes better? This is where personal preference really comes into play. Farm-raised pork is known for being mild, tender, and juicy. That high fat content melts during cooking, basting the meat from the inside and giving it a rich, succulent texture. It's a very familiar flavor that's super versatile, perfect for everything from bacon to pulled pork. Wild boar is a completely different experience. The flavor is often described as intense, nutty, and even slightly sweet, thanks to its diverse natural diet. The meat is darker in color, almost like beef, and has a much firmer, chewier texture because it's so lean. Some people absolutely love this robust, gamey taste, while others might find it a bit too strong. If you're a fan of rich, complex flavors like you'd find in venison or duck, you'll probably enjoy wild boar. If you prefer something more subtle and tender, you might lean towards farm-raised. So, what about health? This is where wild boar really shines. Because they're so much leaner, wild boar meat is significantly lower in fat and calories than farm-raised pork. A serving of wild boar has about 1/3 the fat and half the calories of its domestic counterpart. It's also packed with protein and is a fantastic source of iron and zinc. The varied natural diet of a wild boar means its meat contains a better balance of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids, which is great for heart health. Farm-raised pork can still be part of a healthy diet, especially if you choose leaner cuts like tenderloin and trim the excess fat. And with modern farming, there are now pasture-raised options that offer a better nutritional profile than conventional pork, because the pigs get more exercise and a more varied diet. But in a head-to-head comparison, wild boar is the clear winner for the most nutrient-dense lean protein. Finally, let's talk money. Which one is going to hit your wallet harder? You might think that wild animals roaming free would be cheaper, but that's not usually the case. It involves hunting, which can be expensive and time-consuming. After a successful hunt, the meat has to be processed by a certified butcher to ensure it's safe to eat, which adds to the cost. If you're buying it from a specialty store or restaurant, the price reflects this entire supply chain, making it a premium niche product. Farm-raised pork, on the other hand, benefits from the economy of scale. Modern farming is incredibly efficient at producing a large amount of meat consistently and affordably. The infrastructure is already in place, from breeding to processing to distribution, which keeps the price at the grocery store relatively low. So, for your everyday meals, farm-raised pork is definitely the more budget-friendly option. So, to wrap it all up, farm-raised pork is the familiar, affordable, and tender choice with a mild flavor. Wild boar is the leaner, healthier, more expensive option with a bold, complex, and gamey taste. There's no single better choice. It all depends on what you're looking for. Are you prioritizing budget and tenderness for a weeknight dinner, or are you seeking a unique flavor experience and a nutritional boost for a special occasion? I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried wild boar? What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more food deep dives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.